In episode 50, iPiffle on how Judaism, Christianity, and Islam perceive evil. Evil is the antithesis of, or the absence of good. No one can dispute the fact that the world is filled with evil of all kinds. Profound immorality is evil. All forms of discrimination that does harm to other people is evil. Any attempt to humiliate or diminish others is evil. Evil can be defined by any destructive act, whether caused directly by man or by nature. Religions ascribe evil as being a supernatural force. In modern times, evil is often associated with conscious and deliberate wrongdoing. Any violence that is injurious, unnecessary, and indiscriminate is evil. Many religions describe evil behavior by humans as an aberration. We are led to believe in Genesis that in the beginning there was no evil, and that the imperfect nature of the world stems from the fall of man. But this cannot be accurate. It should be obvious that there was already evil in the world right from the time of creation. Otherwise, one of God's own creatures, a serpent, would not have used guile to entice Eve to partake of the forbidden fruit. Many philosophers have put forth the idea that mankind is intrinsically good and that evil behavior is an anomaly. They theorize that the evils man commits are a direct result of excessive desire or greed. Judaism is adamant in their belief that no individual can be defined as completely good or evil. Humans are complex individuals. There are a multitude of reasons for the way men act and react to certain stimuli. Mankind had no idea how to overcome their evil tendencies until God gave the children of Israel the Torah as a guide to live their lives free of sin. Judaism puts forth two contradictory theories that explains the existence of evil. The first interpretation states that evil does not really exist in God's plan for us and was never a part of his creation. Instead, evil came into existence wholly because of man's bad actions based on his own God-given free will. In the second interpretation, Judaism claims that evil was, in fact, created by God. Since Judaism believes that everything emanates from God, then so too does evil. To suggest otherwise would be to sanction the theory of dualism, which states that God and the devil are equally omnipotent deities. This would be in stark contrast to what is considered the core belief in Judaism, which is monotheism, that God alone reigns supreme. Christianity describes evil as any thought, attitude, or action that is contrary to the character or will of God. This was revealed to man through detailed laws which have been written down in both the Old Testament and New Testament. Anytime we go against God's commandments or disregard God's will, we are committing evil acts. Thus, evil is any act or behavior that deviates from the character or will of God. In the Old Testament, evil is placed in the supernatural realm and is willful opposition to God by fallen angels like Satan. In the New Testament, evil is placed in the human realm and is willful opposition to God by the actions of man. For Mormons, the choices that humans make in life are central to the plan of salvation. Mortal life is viewed as a test of faith, and evil is anything that impairs a person from getting closer to God. Mormons believe that humans should not engage in evil actions. Rather, they should choose righteousness so that their souls will one day be returned to God. In Islam, there is no dualistic view of evil, as Muslims believe that everything comes from Allah. Therefore, evil is not something which is independent, nor is it on the same level as good. Whether something is perceived as good or evil, they both emanate from Allah, so that anything that is thought of as evil or bad is any event which occurs naturally, such as illnesses or natural disasters, as well as the sins men commit resulting from the free will provided to them by Allah. Whenever humans violate Allah's laws or prohibitions, they are committing evil actions. Some Muslim clerics teach that evil does not really exist in the world, but rather it is nothing more than the absence of good, just as darkness is merely the absence of light. Thank you for listening. I hope you will join me in my next video.